Hi, this is Gail with Beaded Jewelry Diva, and today's project is going to be this bracelet. It is made with the Cheops Parpuka beads, some pip beads, some bar beads, and some seed beads. This is a fun project, and actually it works up fairly fast. If you enjoyed today's project, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this kind of beading video, please also leave me a comment down below and give this a thumbs up. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this bracelet, how to do the clasp on the end, and then I'm going to show you other variations, other kinds of beads that you can use for this same basic pattern. Here's what we're going to need. We are going to need some Parpuka beads, and these are beads that have, they have the dual holes on the flat side, and then they have the holes running along the top. So remember, you want the beads that go like this and not the beads that go like this. You will need some bar beads. Again, these are 2-hole beads, you can see. You will need some pip beads. These are kind of like little petals, and you need to have the holes go from side to side and not up and down, because otherwise it's not going to lay right. You will also need some size 11 seed beads. You will need a needle and some thread. Today I believe I'm using 1G thread, and you'll need a pair of scissors. I'm starting out by putting on a stop bead, and I would suggest leaving about a 5 or 6 inch tail because we can use that a little bit later on. I'm going to pick up 3 of the size 11 seed beads, slide it on down. Then I'm going to start with my bars. I'm going to pick up 1 bar, a seed bead, a bar, a seed bead, and a bar. I've got it looking like this. I'm going to go across the top of this bar. And this is why it's nice to have a thread that kind of matches a little bit more. I'm using a thread that's a little bit lighter, so you can see that even if you don't have a thread that matches, it won't matter too much in the end. All right, I'm coming down through this bar bead, so I'm picking up another seed bead. So the seed beads are going in between the bars. And we've got it like that. I'm going to go down through all of the end beads. Now I'm going to skip my stop bead, and I'm just going to go down through the ends, up through all of these beads again. So I'm going up through all the bars and the other seed beads. I'm doing it like this. Let's see if we can get that focus. There we go. And this is pretty stable now. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Cheops Parpukas and the pip beads. Okay, you can see that with the pips, or excuse me, with the Cheops, you've got one end that has 2 holes in it, and then each side only has 1 hole. You want to, for this first part, you want to make sure that the 2 holes is facing you. So slide that on down, and it's going to end up right on top of the bar. Let's see if I can get that tail out of the way. So it'll end up looking like this on the bar. Now you're going to pick up 2 of your pip beads. And if yours has a metallic coating like mine does, I think this is called like the magic apple, magic something, I don't know, that it's directional at any rate. It has one side that's metallic and the other side that isn't. Then you want to just be very careful when you're picking them up that both of them are facing the same direction, like they're both metallic side up or they're both non-metallic side up. So I've got it looking like this, and let's see, focus, new camera, what can I say? Now I've got to put on my next Cheops, but this time I'm going to go down through the side. So in other words, I want to come out with my dual holes facing upwards. So it looks like this, which isn't all that stable at the moment, but that's fine because we're going to stabilize it in just a second. I'm going to go across the top. So I'm going across the top through that second hole. And remember, you can go ahead and, pause this and, replay it as many times as you want. So I've got these looking like this. So the 2 points are facing each other. Now I'm going to pick up 2 more of the pip beads. And when you do this, before you go any further, make sure that they're both facing the same way. So in other words, if I lay all these out, I want to make sure that if I have metallics, let's see if we can show this a little bit better. If I have metallics, they're all facing metallic side up. So before you go any further, just make sure, a lot of times for this particular pattern, it's easier if you get an all one color bead. All right, so I'm going to go down through the side. Pulling this tight. So now I have it looking like this. We've got to stabilize this. So to stabilize this, what I will do is go down through all of these beads again. But I'm going to skip all of these seed beads and I'm going to just go across the top and back down. So what I'm going to end up doing, let's see if we can see this a little bit better. Like I said, you want to be very careful not to make sure your stop bead is out of the way. So I'm going down through, the top of the thread is going across the top of that bar bead. I've gone down through the Cheops, and now I'm going to go back up through the pips and back up through the Cheops again. Make sure you're not skipping any beads. Now I'm going to do this one more time, and then I'm going to skip to the end so we can see how to end it, put on the clasp, and I'm also going to show you variations. One more time, and this is going to be a little bit faster. So bar, seed bead, bar, seed bead, bar. Like that. Then we've got the Cheops, the 2 pips, and then the Cheops. Go across the top of the Cheops. Pick up the other 2 of the pips. Go down through the other side of the Cheops and pull. So it's a little bit more stable. Now we've got to go down through the other side of the bars. So we pick up the first bar, seed bead, bar, seed bead, bar, and then we're next going back down through this next Cheops, and you can see that I've got a lot of thread showing, and what I can do is I can just go ahead and pull a little bit, and this will help tighten it up some. Now I'm going to go down through all these beads again. So I'm going down through the Cheops, the pips, and the Cheops. I'm going to go down through all of these. And the reason I'm doing this is, again, because I want to stabilize it some. And one more time through the end. Now after this part, I only go down through one of the sets of bars. In other words, after this, I would only go down as far as this set of bars, and then I would go ahead and make my turnaround. But again, I like the beginning part of this to be very stable. All right. I'm going to go ahead and skip to the end now, and then we will see how to put on the clasp, how to end it, put on the clasp, and then I'm going to show you variations of different kinds of beads that you can use with this design and how different they end up looking. So I have got all the beads on, and I've added the 3 beads to the end, and I'm coming up through the middle bead. And I'm getting ready to put my clasp on. So I'm going to take my magnetic clasp, put my needle through the loop, and then you see that my needle is, or my thread is coming out of this side of the bead. I'm going to put my needle through the opposite side. So I'm making a loop for the clasp. I'll go back through the clasp again, carefully, so I don't go ahead and mess myself up. Then I'll go back through the bead. It's the only thing I don't like about magnetic clasps. They're wonderful to put on and take off, but they're difficult to work with when you're working with the needles. Okay, so I'm able to get through it a 3rd time. I like to use the Toho beads because they have a slightly larger bead hole. But if you can get your bead through 3 times or your needle through 3 times, that's good. If you can get it through 4th time, that's even better. Reinforcing never hurts. So now that I'm coming out of the middle bead one more time, I'm going to go back down through, and now we're going to truly end it. We're going to do our 1/2 hitch knots and then finish it off. So I've got my first 1/2 hitch knot, and I usually like to do 3. I will sometimes get away with 2, but in this particular case, I think I will probably go with 3. And the more reinforcement that you have on the ends, the harder it is to pull the entire bracelet apart. I think I've said it before in some other videos, but a measure of how good you've constructed a piece depends on how easy it is to take apart. If something is not easy to take apart, then you've made it well. All right, so I'm going to do my last, actually I'm going to go through this one more time. I'm going to make my last 1/2 hitch right here, and the reason that I'm doing it right here and not through the Cheops bead is because when I put my needle up through one more time to put it in through the next bead, this has a larger hole to go through, or a larger piece of thread, and this way if the thread comes out somehow, I have less of a chance of my thread showing. Well, there goes my stuff. Okay, so here we go, and this is pretty much the finished bracelet. I have the clasp on the other end, and this was the end with the stop bead. And so what I did is basically the same thing. I just took the tail that was on there, removed the stop bead, and did the same thing here. So same idea. I was going to show you exactly how I did this, except for the fact that I lost that entire video clip. So here I am again doing this one. Here we go. Here's the finished bead, or finished bracelet, complete with clasp. And there you go. That's the style, and I hope you have fun with this. Now let's go ahead and see some different variations using different kinds of beads and colorways. Okay, first is this one. And for this one, you can see that while I use the same basic patterns, instead of having 3 bars across, one of them was 1 bar, a super duo, and a bar. And the other one, I did a bar, a diamond duo, and a bar. So it's a little bit different look. And of course, for the pip beads, I used they're the same color on each side, and really, I guess for the beginning of this bracelet, it's probably easier to do it that way. I just ran out of the purples. Or else I would have showed you with the purples. But that's another design style. So you can vary the beads that you use in the middle. And here's another one where I varied the beads where I used in the middle. and I used just large drop beads. I haven't decided if I quite like this particular design yet, but I thought I'd go ahead and show it to you because it is using the cabochon 2-hole beads. So I think I'll play around with this one some more and see what other kinds of effects I can get. But I think the favorite one that I ended up coming up with is this particular one. I think this one looks really cool. So I have the hex beads, 2-hole beads. Then I have 3 of the mini daggers. Now you don't want to use the big dagger beads because they'd probably end up flopping around. But the mini dagger beads I think are going to be a good choice for this. So you can see that I have a seed bead, the 3 mini daggers, a seed bead, and then I go back through, and you can see that the keops are further apart, so it forms a little hole in the middle. You know, this would also, I think, be really cool for a pair of earrings. Really neat. All right, so there are the beadings of the day, so to speak. So if you've enjoyed this video, I hope you'll go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these kinds of beading videos, please go ahead and leave me a comment down below. And by the way, I also have a poll going on my YouTube channel, so you can vote for what kind of videos you'd like to see more of. Anyway, this is Gail signing out, saying have yourself a beautiful day. Bye!